Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the notch. Got some more millions, that keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a...
Welcome to Fantasy Football News. Thanks for all of the support on our first ever video on 2019's biggest risk-reward players. If you missed that video, there will be a link to it in the description below. Today's video is on Week 4 waiver wire targets. A video should go up Tuesday or Wednesday discussing Week 4 trade targets. Now let's get into the video. Alright, the first player on the list today is Phillip Dorsett. Dorsett is owned in only 10% of leagues, but he is currently ranked as the number 12 standard wide receiver and number 15 PPR wide receiver. This is because he has been the top wide receiver for Tom Brady and the high-powered Patriots offense. Dorsett has been Tom Brady's main deep ball target this year because he is extremely fast. Dorsett ran a 4.25 40 at the combine, which is nearly identical to Tyreek Hill's 4.24 40. Some people mention that Dorsett has only been putting up big points because the Patriots played bad defenses in their first 3 games. But looking at the rest of the Patriots' schedule, I only see 2 good defenses, the Browns and the Ravens. If Dorsett can record a touchdown for nearly every game he plays this season, which is definitely possible on the Patriots, I see him finishing the season as a top 30 wide receiver with week-to-week top 10 upside. The next player on the list surprised me when I saw he is still only owned in 25% of leagues, and that player is DeMarcus Robinson. Tyreek Hill is projected to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. However, with the Chiefs going 3-0, there will be no rush to get him back onto the field. Patrick Mahomes averages around 400 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns a game this year. So even though DeMarcus Robinson is the 3rd wide receiver on the Chiefs' depth chart, he is still the 11th ranked standard wide receiver and the 18th ranked PPR wide receiver after playing in only 2 games. You can expect this type of production from DeMarcus Robinson until Tyreek Hill comes back sometime later in the season. If he is on your league's waiver wire, then you should pick him up and start him until you hear news that Tyreek Hill is getting healthier, then trade Robinson away for high value. Next on the list is Rex Burkhead. Burkhead is only owned in 23% of leagues, despite him being the 20th ranked standard running back and the 14th ranked PPR running back. I don't see his production going down either. Bill Belichick recently praised Burkhead in a press conference, calling him one of the most versatile players in the NFL. Week 3 against the Jets, Burkhead was given 11 rushing attempts and 7 targets in the passing game. With those kind of numbers, it makes it seem like it's the end of the James White era and the beginning of the Burkhead era. The Patriots basically built their Week 3 game plan around Burkhead's versatility. I project his production to fall off a little bit and for him to finish as a top 20 running back by the end of the year. Alright, next we got Jeffrey Wilson. After the injury of Tevin Coleman, Jeffrey Wilson has become a key piece of this noticeably better 49ers offense. Kyle Shanahan has come out and said that Wilson is the designated goal line back. After 2 weeks, we can confirm that statement. Jeffrey Wilson has been in on 84% of red zone snaps and 98% of snaps inside the 5-yard line. And with those touches, he has performed well, scoring 2 touchdowns in each of the last 2 weeks. However, just as a warning, Wilson is limited in touches outside of the red zone, so if he plays a great defense and does not score a touchdown, he will disappoint. But he's a great viable week-to-week flex play in 10 to 12 team leagues. Another thing I just saw was that Tevin Coleman seems to be getting healthier, so definitely keep an eye on that. And if he's going to come back, you might want to think twice about picking him up. Next on the list is DJ Chark. After Nick Foles' injury, everyone expected every Jaguars receiver to fall off. However, with the remarkable backup, Gardner Minshew, making a name for himself, that's no longer true. Minshew has connected with 12 different receivers so far this season, which may scare some people away from Chark. However, when you look at Chark's target share, he has targeted more than all the other receivers. His target share will only continue to rise as he proves to be more valuable. With those targets, we have seen him be effective, putting up 277 total receiving yards and a touchdown in each of his first 3 games on the season. Chark is owned in under 30% of leagues and deserves at least a bench spot in all leagues, as he is the 8th PPR receiver so far this season. I think that also entitled him to be seen as a week-to-week flex starter, and even a wide receiver 2 in deeper leagues. The last player I'm going to talk about today is Wayne Gallman. News just broke that Saquon Barkley will be out for 4 to 8 weeks, and the player replacing him will be Wayne Gallman. Gallman is only owned in 1% of leagues as of Monday afternoon. Now, he isn't anything special, he's just a dependable back, and with the type of volume he will be getting in the Giants' offense, you can expect him to put up some solid points. Daniel Jones took over as the starting quarterback in Week 3. Jones is far more dynamic than Eli Manning, which makes it so defenses can't stack the box against him as often. That should give Gallman more open looks to break big runs. Wayne Gallman is definitely worth a spot on your team for the next 4 to 8 weeks, especially in Week 4 when the Giants go up against the Redskins defense. Those were my Week 4 waiver wire targets. Do you agree or disagree with my points? Let me know in the comments below, along with any other fantasy football questions. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more fantasy football news.